So thank you very much, Myey. Napaka-inspiring nung video, nung lecture. And I think what makes it very, very effective is that kasi it came from real experience. So, and galing sa puso, no? So, I mean, of course, nothing beats that na talagang based on your experience that really reap rewards and success for you. And we're very thankful that you're sharing all these things, all these ideas and mga practical tips to our audience or attendees, no? Both here in the Zoom webinar and also in FB Live. So now, I will read some questions. So we have some questions here. Maybe you can unmute yourself. Okay, there you go. So, okay, first question from Miss Lisa Crisostomo. She's saying, is your production in the Philippines or Belgium or both?
We have both. So originally, our production is only in Belgium. But because of COVID, the delivery costs to fly them to our largest markets, which are the US and the Philippines, have tripled. And it's not smart anymore na magtuloy-tuloy kami ng pag-ship sa ngayon until the rates, hopefully, we don't know actually kung babalik pa siya sa dati. We had to find a way to partner with a local commissary in the Philippines who can produce the same quality and a product that is at par with our standards. So very lucky nakahanap kami ng kapartner sa Pilipinas na pwedeng mag-produce for us doon sa atin. So doon kami doon namin nagawa yung cakes at saka yung ibang products na nilaunch sa Philippines starting ng COVID.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. So next question from Miss Rose Feliciano. She said, hi, Miss Myey. How do you deal po with negative comments, feedback regarding your products or service? Sometimes they post it on Facebook or in Instagram.
So first thing, walang immune sa negative feedback or negative comments. And as an entrepreneur, kailangan you're very open to read these things, and dapat medyo matatag din yung heart mo to accept sometimes criticisms, whether objective man yun or hindi mo alam saan galing or walang basis. For us, my philosophy on customer service is inspired by the Amazon model. Well, really, the customer is truly king. And we do our best to go the extra mile to always please our customers within the reasonable circumstances, of course. Kasi madali naman i-assess kung parang medyo off si customer at medyo wala sa lugar yung hinihingi niya. So our philosophy is, how can I make the customer happy again after a negative experience? That's the question. And we communicate with them, how can we make this right? And we offer many things, and we're very generous actually with our offers when it comes to customer service. So that kahit yung feedback nila hindi ganun kaganda, we know that we did our best on our part na maging okay. About negative comments, I think meron naman ding threshold yan before ang isang customer magpo-post talaga na hindi sila satisfied sa service mo. I think at first talagang magko-complain muna yan through the channels where they can reach you. And then, parang may konting pasensyang pagitan pa yan. But if really, even if they reach out and they try to reason and get good, a better service from that, tapos hindi pa rin siya na-address, I think that's one way to assess and kumbaga introspect. Look at your operations, speak with your team kung meron ka mang team, or also assess yourself na baka nga naman merong kayang improve kaya umabot sa point na nag-post ng really bad review si customer. So, but yun nga, hindi siya may iwasan. All you can do is really deliver your best and hopefully pray to the Lord na talagang through your efforts to rectify those things, maging okay naman yung maging yung reaction ni unsatisfied customer. Yan.
Okay, thanks for that. There's a message. It's not a question, but message from Miss Lisa Crisostomo. She said, "Thank you, Myey. It's very inspiring. I hope to hear from you more." So that's
Thank
from
you.
Miss Lisa. And then
Thank you.
another one, here's a question from Lee. Hi, Miss Myey. Paano po yung sa affiliate marketing if meron po mag-order sa ibang bansa or dito sa Belgium? Ilan po minimum order ng tableya? So this is really for tableya na. Yeah.
Siguro let's answer that separately because it's very brand specific. So you can get in touch with me through Facebook.
Okay, great. So, okay. And then Miss Girly Bruce Guts, she asked, is it necessary to make your own website for your online business or Facebook is enough as a start?
For me, Facebook is really enough as a start, especially if you're gonna like dabble into exploring, selling an item that you're passionate about or selling goods that you're making personally. Especially ngayon na you're not really you're trying to augment and adapt to the situation of COVID and the pandemic. So maybe just jumping in with a website which costs a lot of expenses as well, diba? Syempre expensive din yon. And if you're gonna if you don't have experience on doing that, it might also eat up more of your time. So I have been promoting on Facebook from 2016 to 2019 of products na as a reseller of other items. And I didn't really need to have an own website nung time na yon. 2019 to 2020 to the present day, doon pa lang ako nag-upgrade to the next level e-commerce. So nabuhay ako in a way na puro Facebook lang. I leveraged on the free tools available. So that's also useful for those who want to start small at the beginning.
Okay. Thank you for that. Isa pang question from Rose. Paano po ninyo hinahandle yung copycats ng produkto ninyo? So I guess it comes with success, no? I mean, any successful business person, eventually people will see that, oh, magandang idea yon, no? And then they'll see, oh, what if I'll do it? So on your end, being the one who's being copied with your concept or product or service or the way you promote things, so how do you handle that?
I have a philosophy that nobody really has an original idea, but you have the best version of whatever you are creating. So I can really only focus on making sure that what we claim and what we deliver to our clients will be aligned. And hindi ako mapapahiya no matter what happens. Dun sa mga copycats, I don't really know. I mean, I wish them well. Naghahanap buhay din naman lang din sila. I don't have the sole proprietorship or the sole IP for tableya specifically or chocolate specifically. I can only really focus on my craft and keep improving on it. So I think our customers will be smart enough to determine what is good for them, what really brings them value. And, sabi nga, if you're gonna be a copycat of anything, then you're only as good as the last idea you wanna copy. So para sa akin, disadvantage nila yon. And I just really focus on my hustle and I try not to look around so that I'm also not distracted. So hindi ko rin hobby to like lurk around and see what others are doing related to my industry. I just really want to focus and self-improve and continue on forward like that. Meron akong weird thing na ganun. Like I really block. Hindi ako naglo-lurk with competition. I'd rather just focus forward for me.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for that. Next, madami na yung mga tanong. Okay, maraming talaga interesadong audience. So next is from Marlita Dagsa. She asked, in setting the price of your product, how much should the margin of profit be?
So I think for this one, very varied yung response. I took an online masterclass on e-commerce ang turo talaga sa amin doon is meron kang 100% margin. Pero of course, ideal world yon. Not all the time kaya mong magkaroon ng 100% margin. I also learned from dear friends who have been in business for quite some time na at least kung hindi mo kaya yung 100%, never go below 40% na protected yun yung margins mo. And I think that's a good range. You also have to study your audience, yung prospect customers mo. If probably a markup of 100% is just way beyond what you think yung capacity nila to purchase, then baka that's too much. But also protect yourself as an entrepreneur. You're not doing this for free. Naghahanap buhay ka. Never also go below 40%. So that's a range maybe that you can consider, and depending din yun per item and what you're actually selling or marketing.
Okay, so another question from Marinef de Rojas. Do you recommend selling in a personal account or start your own brand, start in a page or non-personal account?
For me, personal account is best if you're starting because okay, we're gonna go a little technical here. On Facebook, there's what you call an algorithm, and an algorithm determines who sees your posts and how many people in your network sees your post. So, a personal account has a better show-up ratio on the feeds of your network. Clear ba yun? Simple enough ba yun? Mas nakikita siya, pero mababa pa rin, around 12%. If you're gonna go on a page immediately, si Facebook smart yan. A page they know is usually for a brand or a business, and hindi ganun kataas agad yung show-up ratio niya dun sa follower base mo, dun sa page. And it also takes time to grow that platform. So, ang mangyayari dyan is kaya sila nagsasabi sa'yo na i-sponsor mo yung post na yon kasi they want you to pay for ads so that they show you more to the people who follow you. So yun yung parang catch about getting a page and about promoting on your personal wall. If you have budget, then of course, by all means, sabay mo siya gawin with your personal page and also the brand page. And that's good. Pero for me, nag-start ako, and most of our resellers actually just use their own personal profiles. And yeah, they do pretty well with their product posts. Marami namang nag-order sa kanila. Basta consistent lang din yung pagpo-post nila and pag-promote ng products.
Okay, thank you. And so now we have a last question from Anonymous. So, so since it is a food item, did you have to get food license from the Flemish government? If yes, was it difficult to obtain?
Well, of course, you need your licenses if it's a food item. And for us, kasi we already have the intention to export. So with those channels, I think mas strict yun dahil dadaan ka talaga sa regulation. We also work with a chocolate maker in Belgium who already has those licenses. So since we outsource the production to them, we also have leveraged that. Okay, because it's produced by him for us, then maraming mga ways in order for you to like have that license already leveraged on your manufacturer, and then you're just registered as a seller of that food item. But of course, if you're gonna start very small, I believe that you have to, of course, double check on that. You have to understand and know what are within the laws and the regulations na pwedeng hindi pa siya kinokontrol. Yon. If it's like citizen to citizen, I think merong minimums yung Belgian government or the governments within the countries of the people tuning in na okay lang yan. Hindi pa nila, pag ganun ka-small yung scale, hindi pa nila inire-require yung mga bureaucratic documents that we might need or worry about.
Okay, thanks for that. If I may add, actually ang mga local governments, sa Netherlands and dito rin sa Belgium, they're very supportive of micro, small, and medium enterprises. No? So, I'm sure sa Flemish government, dito sa Wallonia, dyan din po sa Netherlands, you just have to look for this SME, these offices for to help their small and medium enterprises, and I'm sure they will provide a lot of guidance, no, how you could set up, and meron pang minsan may mga training at saka may mga financing din sila na binibigay.
Agree.
You can contact our office and then we can help you research on that as well. So ito, may pahabol pa si Anonymous. Okay?
Yeah, go.
And then siguro, after these questions, I would like to ask, and then si Ambassador Jet may gusto ring sabihin. And then after that, I will ask our ambassadors, two of them, to also ask and give their remarks. No? So si Anonymous muna. Is it okay to promote, sell products from multiple categories? For example, food, tapos salt lamps.
Well, for me, I've seen many stores that have curated selections for the items that they sell. So I think maybe they just choose a theme from this type of food, and then biglang merong dry goods, and then merong physical items. And it's really up to you if you believe in those products, I guess. And yeah, curating your own selection, kumbaga, that's also perfectly fine. I see many stores successfully selling online doing that. Or individual people doing their own curated list of parang Myey's choices, mga ganyan, diba? So, and then people will respond to that as well.
Okay. So there's last question from Anonymous. Pa rin siya. That's good, no? At least very interested to si sir or si ma'am. Do you think it's smart if you manufacture a certain product, brand, food for example, then may iba ka pang sinisell on the side?
Well, it's really up to your capacity and what you can handle, I guess. For me, I'm just very single-minded in my hustles, I guess. Also because I'm very jealous of my time. And I also see a lot of people, thriving with several hustles going on at the same time. So I guess it's going to be a personal matter and what your capacities are. So if you are confident with handling and juggling things at the same time, then by all means, go for it.
Okay, so that's it for our questions from the audience. So now I'll pass the mic to Amba Jet Leda. Sir?
Thank you very much, Ben, and greetings again to Ambassador Ed De Vega. And my question, if you don't mind, Ms. Myey, I'd like to ask, of course, with your previous experience in social media, what would you suggest to people who would already start or are going to shift to social media in promoting their products? Do they have to go through a dry run so that they can perfect, or let's say ensure that their delivery or their customer service will be stabilized, rather than to just go into it straight away and then learn from experience? And maybe as a follow-up question to that, for those who are going to shift into to the social media for this promotion or selling of products, are there other key players that they have to link up with in the chain, in the process of that would be substantially different from the norm, what used to be the status quo when it came to the promotion of their products?
Mm-hmm. So I've been coaching people doing social selling since 2016-ish. And what we normally suggest is if you're gonna begin promoting on social media, the best way to learn is to hustle on it every day. And with that, because there's really no textbook way on how to correctly do it, but there are parang rules of engagement that are ethical and not ethical, which we covered earlier. So you will improve your hustle once you post daily because it takes a lot of listening as well to your audience and how they respond to your post. For example, personally, I do a mix of sharing personal posts, like what's happening in my life, you know, like, oh, my belly is getting bigger because I'm expecting, or we're traveling a little bit, ganyan, or whatever we're eating tonight, diba? Like random mundane things. And then also maybe 20% would be promotional posts. So it's a mix of parang inspirational, witty, random, and then promotional. So for my audience, it works kasi I really take time to put, you know, captions, nagkukwento talaga ako dun sa mga posts ko and all that. For some naman, napapansin ko, because sanay na yung friends nila na they are sellers, you know, they're hustler online sellers, sila yung puntahan ng ano ba yung nire-recommend ni friend ganyan today. So kahit sunod-sunod, like 70% of their posts are all benta, okay yun sa audience nila. So, but you can only discover that if you do it at least for, I'd say, 4 weeks na tuloy-tuloy. You're trying to feel out what your audience responds to best. About your second question, Ambassador, what other key partners they should link up with for the chain? Para sa akin, ang most important, logistics. Kasi fulfillment of orders, ang pinaka nahirapan kami because of COVID. So that's why the considerations should be, is your product safe enough to ship if, let's say, it's through parcel? Or do you have the capacity to probably cover a certain radius or area kung, let's say, ikaw yung mismong magde-deliver kay customer mo? So, basta logistics is good and yung source mo on how you can get the item or produce the item, then, you know, it's pretty much straightforward because you make it, you promote it, and then you fulfill the orders. And then beyond that, that's next level. Ano na yon? Topic for another time.
Okay. Thank you very much. Salamat.
Thank you, Amba.
Thank you, Amba, for your question.
Amba, Eddie, may tanong din po kayo.
Yes. Comments muna and some questions. First, ang galing, no? Thank you, Myey and Ben. Thank you again for holding this. Budget, we're going to miss you when you tour of duty here in the Benelux. Sorry. Yes, but it was a pleasure working with you together, you know, to promote Philippine interest in Benelux. And you will agree with me, a lot of what Ms. Moens mentioned is applicable for anything, including government service. The part about kung may mga reklamo, then just find yourself, how can you do it better? How can you do your service better? No, I mean, that's something applicable for anything. And also your motto, which is in your article write-up about here, that, and I will say it softly, I'll say it for our public here. Nothing is more powerful than a mind which is made up. If you're made up to accomplish something, you can accomplish it. And that's something Myey's experience shows us, which leads to a few questions we had. Of course, you have to be realistic. For example, you want to be a professional athlete and you're not in shape, or maybe be in shape, or you want to be a basketball player and you're 5'2", but you didn't stop somebody. I mean, so the first question is, you touched on it earlier, but when you promote something on social media, do you go direct to promote it, or kasi meron ka ako na-receive, I'm sure you too, something else, like something which looks like a TikTok thing, some meme comedy or something, and then yung pala he or she just wants to promote something, but the place muna and then promote. Does that thing, do you recommend that thing, or that kind of thing irritates people because parang you're iniisaan mo or and the second thing, more economic thing, because of COVID, did you see your sales profitability drop dramatically that much, or because of these things that you were doing, mentioned, to adjust, actually it's still acceptable, how the business, no? because this is something inspiring for us despite COVID. You can answer any order. Pero congratulations to me. Oh, one last thing. We have to comment. Ben, last year, I mentioned last year's TNK. She was there with us.
Yes.
You were one of our speakers. Now you're the featured speaker. And congratulations. Congratulations also for the soon-to-be 3 of you.
Thank you, Amba.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's tackle the first question. Do you think it's effective to promote parang indirectly rather than being directly promoting something? This is going to be a personal answer, so disclaimer, it's not like a marketing parang theorem. Walang hindi siya personal lang yan. For me, I like going very direct and storytelling. It's just my way of communicating, I guess. Yeah, culturally having also exposure to my family in the US, which also they communicate very directly, and I guess my influences are towards the way they advertise. mas effective for me, and so far at least my audience na I tell stories or outright sell something. Why is indirect promotion probably not? Because the message could be taken ambiguously. Like, you don't really know what the objective is, and you don't really know what the call to action is in the end. So it confuses not only your audience that receives the message, but probably also you. Like, you don't know what you want to get out of it. So hindi mo rin ma-assess if the way you're communicating is effective and does it accomplish what you really want to accomplish. There, that's my take on it. Your second question, Ambassador, did COVID affect us? Oh yeah, because we had no operations from March until May. Zero, like talagang zero operations. And I was even considering already shelving the brand and thinking of other ways, like should we really pivot yung talagang iba na yung gagawin because of COVID, you don't know. But the many doors were closed, but a window opened, and that's how we ended up finding a production line in the Philippines. And through that, we just developed products that we could actually reach a new audience with the cake and our new glue. So there.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for that, Myey. So siguro, Amba Ed, you already gave your parting words ba? Or okay na yun? And then I will ask Amba Jet. Okay, Amba Jet, please go ahead, sir, for your parting words before we end.
Parting words. You know, parting words. Well, at least for today. Oh, something's going on. Maybe I should do it from here.
There you go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, better. Okay,
thank you. So, well, first of all, thank you, Commercial Councilor Ben Uy and the PTIO Brussels team for putting this inaugural webinar, and wishing you every success for the continuation of this interaction. And I really am very privileged and very glad that we've been able to participate actively in this webinar. Thanks very much also to Ms. Moen. It's really great to see you again, and thank you for continuing to support and to be so generous in sharing your experience, your expertise. It's really inspiring for us here in the Netherlands, and of course, I'm sure in the Benelux region. And keep it up. And I'm just happy to also share that we've had, I mean, we're really very proud to promote the products that you produce, because I gave it even as gifts for our ASEAN colleagues here, ASEAN ambassadors, when I had the occasion to do it, especially on ASEAN Day. So very, very welcome. And also thanks to my team here in The Hague, for especially the Consul General, Claudette Capco, our Economics Attaché Helen Operio and Communications Officer Jasper Revilla. Because without them, we wouldn't have been able to link up with the PTIO Brussels and the embassy in Brussels for this very important inaugural event. So just wanted to assure this is that you'll probably see me again for the August 8th webinar. So I'm around. So Amba Ed, I'll see you again. And maybe
Yes, sir.
of course,
Go ahead.
Myey, and to all our participants online, hope to see you also again in the forthcoming webinar on August 8th. Of course, more details from Mr. Benoy about that. Maraming salamat. Happy weekend. Bon weekend.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Amba Jet, for those remarks. So, Amba Eddie, you want to say something?
Yes, I essentially gave my closing remarks, but I wanted to, I didn't want to forget, aside from the four of us, congratulations. Thank you to our amazing followers, amazing attendee. Is it amazing attendee? The question and answers. If I may also say, mga kababayan natin, this was for you, and thank you for following. I see, I'm sorry Ben, if I take, it should be you, may mga pahabol si amazing attendee, which is amazing copywriting. And there was one nice question about somebody reluctant to share too much personal info. So how do you balance between personal and business matters in your social media?
Yes.
In this. So that's a way to end it. And yeah, I didn't say umalis ka na. Huh? I mean, we're gonna miss you, but we'll miss you next year. Ben,
Okay.
Next year.
amazing. Me.
How should I answer? Do we
Yeah.
still have time?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead, Myey, before I close it. Go ahead.
How did you learn about amazing copywriting? Oh, thank you if you think my copywriting is amazing. But I guess it takes years as well to improve your craft. And I'm a wide reader, and I think being a wide reader allows you to also express. For those people that I coach and ask me, how do you create captions that really compel? Ako, ang lagi ko sinasabi, speak from the heart. You don't need to sound like anybody else, but you need to sound like yourself. And it has to be genuine, kung ano yung message mo, kung paano ka talaga as if kausap mo yung kaibigan mo, and galing sa puso lahat nung pinopost mo. For me, yun yung most effective na copywriting if you're doing social media posts. Authenticity wins. Flowery words, pero without authenticity, hindi din siya ganun ka-effective. So, pero you will improve that as you go along, as long as you do it every day. Kahit once a day lang. And for the second question, I'm hesitant more often than not to share personal matters on my business page. How do you balance personal versus social media content? Of course, what goes on my personal page can be a mix of personal and business, but on our business pages,
Okay. So, Myey, are you still there?
oh, naputol ba?
So, okay, medyo naputol yung part na yon. You got,
What goes in your business page?
okay, yeah.
On your personal page, you can have both personal and business. On business pages, everything should be on brand and professional. So that's a very clear distinction that I think everybody must follow.
Okay. So with that, thank you, Myey. Before I
Thank you.
formally close all these things, I would like to thank you again and our two distinguished gentlemen, Ambassador Eddie, Ambassador Jet. Salamat po sa oras ninyo. And of course, Myey, salamat din sa oras mo. I mean, for making that very fantastic lecture. May question kanina kung pwede i-share ba daw to. Definitely, we're going to share this. Let me just, kasi first time ho namin gawin tong webinar series na to. So, if i-figure out lang po namin kung paano namin i-revise yung video and ma-post po siya for a long time, dyan sa mga Facebook pages ng embassies, Embassy in Netherlands and Embassy in Belgium, at saka yung Facebook page din po ng PTIC. Of course, with the permission of Miss Myey Moens, kasi after all, sa kanya yung content. No? So we hope you will allow us to post that and share the knowledge that you've been sharing to us as well. Let me not forget, so sinabi nga kanina ni Budget na meron tayong event on August 8, no? So itong ginawa natin, this is just the inaugural one, a first event on e-commerce. Itong e-commerce kasi para sa inyo to, sa mga audience natin, no? This is something you can do at home. Yung next naman natin sa August 8 po, this is for franchising. Ano yung mga franchise opportunities in the Philippines? So para naman po ito sa mga mahal nyo sa buhay, sa mga kamag-anak or sa inyo din po kung uwi kayo ng Pilipinas na, ano yung mga franchise opportunities na affordable naman for you in the Philippines. So for that, sa August 8, we have requested the Philippine Franchise Association to be with us. So right now, we're just finalizing the program. Definitely by this coming week, we will put the advertisement in our Facebook pages. So please, abangan nyo po, bisitahin nyo po yung mga Facebook pages ng dalawang embahada at saka din po ng PTIC. Nandun ho nakalagay yung mga information for the August 8 event. So with that, I think tamang-tama ho, tanghalian na, at saka yung internet sa France ni Myey, sinasabihan na siya na tama na daw, magpahinga na siya kasi buntis siya. So marami na pong nabigay na oras sa atin si Myey. Nagpapasalamat sa iyo. So it's time for you to rest. Thank you for the time and bon weekend everybody. Salamat po again, Budget and Eddie.
Thank you.
So please keep in touch. Take care everybody. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Salamat.
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.